Happy Saturday, YouTube family. How are you doing today? Today, I'm so excited because I am bringing you some work from home job leads that these companies, they will train you. That's right. They will teach you regardless if you have experience or not. No experience, no problem. So go grab your coffee and your tea and your notepad and take some notes and let's dive right into it. Y'all know that I get excited every time when I share my screen because I know that God will provide. He has an opportunity out there for you, but you got to take action. Remember, faith without works is dead. So we're going to dive right into the first job. As you can see on the screen, BioRad is hiring for order support representative to work from home. Okay. Now, when you scroll down, we're looking for the salary. The salary is between 34,500 all the way up to 59,000 a year, and that is around 16 to $28 an hour, which is great money to work from home. And when you go back up, the great thing about this job, it only requires a high school diploma. Some college coursework is preferred, means if you have it, that's great. If you don't worry about it. 2 years experience in customer service, sales support, or from a similar environment. People and phone skills, high quality customer service skills, basic understanding of customer relationship management, accurate data entry, general computer skills, organization skills, and the ability to quickly learn and comprehend product knowledge. And then it talks about here, this company is pleased to offer the flexibility of remote work for this role anywhere in the United States. So you could be anywhere in the United States, California, you can do this job here. Now, basically, you're going to serve the inbound phone queues, help promote and maintain a positive company image. You're going to assist customers with inquiries or concerns related to product or service. You're going to process orders received via phone queues. You're going to monitor customers' orders and keep customers informed of order status. You're going to have additional tasks as assigned by your supervisor. Now, if this is something you want to do, to my right, y'all, this is the application right here where it says apply now. You want to fill everything to the best of your ability and you want to hit apply. Now, these jobs move very quickly. So don't get in panic mode. If you come across this job is no longer available, right here where it says jobs here, you're going to hit search for all jobs, and they do have other jobs that are available, okay? You just don't want to just depend on one job. Explore within the company and see what they have to offer. This is job number one. Now, job number two is with this company, DISA. They're seeking public record specialists to work from home. This is a full-time position, and they're stating that they're going to no longer take application June the 9th, 2025. So you do have enough time left over to go ahead and apply if you desire in your heart. Now, when we scroll down, we're looking to see what the salary is. The salary is between $16 and $17 an hour. When you go up a little bit further here, they do offer training. Their training schedule is Mondays through Friday, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Central Standard Time. Your work schedule, the post schedule is Mondays through Friday, 7 a.m. to 5 p.m. Central Standard Time. Now, this job only requires a high school diploma equivalent. It didn't say a master's degree or bachelor's degree. It stated a high school diploma, data entry, records entry, investigating service, medical billing, insurance claim, process, investigating research, law enforcement, internet research experience preferred. If you have it, that's great. If you don't worry about it. High level of proficient in Microsoft Office program. Strict attendance for scheduled work shifts is a central function of the job, along with the ability to flex OT as needed with little to notice to address inventory levels within production. Now, when we dive in a little bit deeper, you're going to conduct internet-based research to complete various records, checks used in background reports, primary based in available public records. You're going to process items such as, but not limited to, civil and criminal searches, sex offenders searches, motor vehicle record searches, medical sanctions. Okay. And then you're going to also communicate with vendors and government agencies to obtain needed information to ensure accurate results are reported to clients. You're going to maintain strict quality standards, ensure client guidelines are followed, and in other duties as assigned. Now, if this is what you want to do, you just want to go ahead and apply for these jobs. Again, I have to constantly tell y'all is that if you come across these jobs and it's no longer available, Go in and search for other jobs by clicking here, search for jobs, and there's going to be other jobs that's going to appear. These jobs move very, very quickly. Okay. So just always explore within the company and see what other opportunities they have available. This is job number 2. Now, job number 3 is with the company TruBridge. They're seeking billing and posting resolution providers to work from home. This is a full-time position. Now, they don't list the salary, so I take it upon myself to research. And according to Glassdoor, the starting salary is $38K a year, which is $18 an hour. You can always negotiate your salary. People do it every single day. And basically what you're going to do is you're going to coordinate business office functions and personnel that may include, but is not limited to, patient billing, credit and collections, and data entry. You're going to recommend new process and change in current process. You're going to implement controls to ensure appropriate submission, billing, and credit and collections are kept in accordance with established procedures. You're going to ensure that accurate and timely billing has been done by staff members in accordance with established procedures and third-party requirements. You're going to also update job knowledge by participating in company offer education opportunities, as well as have the ability to work with higher profile customers with difficult process. You're going to fill in as a biller when needed. Must be agile and able to easily shift between tasks and review claims to ensure edits are set up correctly. Now, with this job, it requires 3 years of hospital epic billing experience, can include time outside of TruBridge, excellent communication, both written, oral, and interpersonal skills, strong organization, multitasking, and time management skills. This job only requires a high school diploma or equivalent combination of the education and relevant experience needed, 1+ years experience, excellent critical thinking, organization, and time management skills. If this is what you want to do, you click right here. Again, there's other jobs, similar jobs, 3 jobs that you can go ahead and apply. You can click here and you can view some other jobs. These are remote jobs. So this is opportunity number 3. The opportunity number 4 is with the company CVS. CVS Health is hiring. They're hiring right now senior billing analysts to work from home. And again, this is a remote job. When we scroll down just to see what we're going to get paid, this is a full-time job. They want you to work 40 hours a week. You're going to get paid between $18.50 an hour all the way up to $35.29 an hour. This is great money working from home. And it requires a bachelor's degree. And I'm not going to go to preferred qualification. Like I said before, if you have it, that's great. If you don't worry about it. You're going to understand and become the subject matter expert for chip billing. You're going to prepare and implement audit process to verify enrollment data matches with 834 enrollments files. You're going to access bank website to gather all checks received during a specific month. You're going to manually apply unapplied payments in QNXT. You're going to assist with the refund process in QNXT. You're going to prepare and support health plan with account payables request. You're going to lead or support any project management process improvement as needed, as well as you're going to support health plan CFO as needed. Again, they want you to have experience in healthcare, a related enrollment billing process, experience with Microsoft Office, including Microsoft Excel. So if this is something that you want to do, all you need to do is scroll down and hit this apply now button. Now, they're anticipating that this application window for this opening will close on May the 12th, 2025. You still have a little time, but if you come across it and it's no longer available, all you need to do is explore within the company and see whether the opportunities that they have available. That's all you need to do. You go to these 3 dots and you can hit search for jobs. Again, they're hiring right now. Go ahead and apply. This is job number 4. Job number 5 is with BioRad. We talked about that company a few minutes ago, but it's a different title, job title. They're seeking customer relationship or customer relations coordinator 1 to work from home. And when we scroll down, and we're just trying to figure out how much we're going to get paid, the salary is between $41K all the way up to $70,100 a year. And that is between $19 an hour all the way up to $33 an hour. Okay. So if I get my calculator out and I just put in 7,100 divided by 2080, it's going to give me $33 an hour. Okay. So this is great money. So you can make up to $33 an hour doing this particular job. And the great thing about it only requires a high school diploma, 2 years of customer service, sales support, or similar, people and phone skills, basic understanding of customer relationship management, accurate data entry, and ability to quickly learn and comprehend product knowledge. So basically, you're going to be the key contact for customers' inquiries, customers' complaints, resolution process. You're going to address customers' inquiries, issues, and complaints during various stages of the sale and post-sale cycle to ensure high customer satisfaction for the company. You're going to identify and resolve problems in a timely manner. You're going to communicate clearly in a positive and negative situation, listen and get clarification, and respond well to inquiries, additional tasks as assigned by your supervisor. So if this is something you want to do, go ahead and apply these jobs. They will teach you, they will train you regardless if you have experience or not. You're going to go through some training. So if this is something you want to do, make sure you get on board and apply today before these jobs are no longer available. If you scroll down, they have other opportunities, but you want to make sure that it stays remote. But go ahead and apply today. Don't be scared. All you need to do is go right here where it says jobs, and you can search all jobs, and you can go ahead. Now, I want to show you something about data entry here, okay? Because majority of the jobs talk about data entry. I tell you to go to officialtypeandtest.com. It is free. 10 key is data entry. You scroll down here. You are able to practice numbers and symbols. You can practice 1 minute, 3 minutes, or 5 minutes. And you're also able to just practice numbers on only. So we'll go over 1 minute, okay, for numbers and symbols. This is what it looks like. You can practice. The test will not begin until you press your first key. If I go back to numbers only, choose 1 minute, this is what the test look like. It's not going to start until you press your first key. You saw in there, it talks about Microsoft, right? You're learning Microsoft. What did I tell y'all to do? Go to Microsoft 365 training, and you can learn that for free. You can go down here and type in Microsoft 365 training. You can learn Outlook, OneDrive, PowerPoint, SharePoint, Microsoft Teams for free. All you do is have to click on, say, PowerPoint, and there's different videos you can watch. If I click on intro to PowerPoint, there's a video that will explain. Again, you can go in and just type in, this is Explore. This is what I'm telling y'all, is to explore within the company. This is what I do. I mean, every single day if I don't understand. You can type in Excel videos and you click enter. There's somebody out here that's teaching you how to do Microsoft Excel. Whatever you want to learn, it's all on the internet. Just take advantage of it. And that's what I'm telling y'all, is to take advantage of it. They're going to train you anyway. You just need to know the basic. Just get out here and make it happen. Okay? Y'all know that if this video has been helpful thus far, I want you to hit that like button as well as leave a comment, subscribe to the channel, trying to build a community that we can uplift and encourage one another on our job search and everyday life. And by the way, don't forget to sign up for my inspirational subscription box. It is made with you in mind. It's to uplift you and encourage you and be in a community where you're around like-minded people, that people are not naysayers, people that's going to uplift you. So don't forget to join that inspirational subscription box. I did make a video where the name of it says, do you need inspirational? And I break it down and I tell you what is the paid, because it's going to be paid membership. So don't forget to sign up. If you're not able to sign up, share that information with somebody else so you'll be a part of this community. Now, again, share these videos on your social media platform so more and more people can see what I have to offer each and every single day. And today I'm going to tell y'all, everything starts in the mind. You got to feed your mind that you can do it. If you say that you can't, then eventually you're going to feel like you can't do anything. If you go out and you tell people your next move, that's why you got to move in silence. You can't tell everybody that you're trying to start a business. You can't tell everybody that you're trying to apply for a job. You can't tell everybody that you're trying to get a side hustle. You cannot tell people things because people are going to give you millions of reasons why not to start. And a lot of people don't start their business because they listen to what people say. Well, I will not start because it's too competitive. A lot of people are doing what you're doing. People are saying that because they tried it and it didn't work for them. If you keep listening to naysayers, 10 years will pass and you never start your business, and you be in your 80s and 90s and saying, hey, you're going to start your business. And even though you're in your 80s and 90s, it's people that still are doing wonderful and they have their own business going. But what I'm saying, life is too short to be putting it off. Whatever goals and dreams that you have, you need to make it happen. You need to bring it to fruition. A lot of times I say about generation curse. Generation curse happens is when you dealing with other people's situation and then you dealing with their situation. You don't have time to do your business, what God called your purpose to do. Then your kids got to deal with your situation. And that's how generation curses happen. The Bible says you're less than an infidel when you don't leave an inheritance for your children's children. You cannot leave an inheritance working for people. You cannot leave. But when you create a business, that business can pass on to your kids and their children, and it stays in the family. Same thing about land. When you buy land, that land can stay in your family and it can pass on to your children. You know, the Bible talks about, if you do your research, is buying land. It tells you how to live. The BIBLE stands for a basic instruction before leaving earth. It tells you exactly. Ecclesiastes 11:2 says not 7, but 8 multiple streams of income, because you never know what can happen on land. And a lot of people are sleeping on this. And when they lose their job, they get in panic mode instead of prayer mode. And it specifically tell you cannot depend on one job. You got to have multiple things going on. These jobs, hiring managers, they get in their feelings. They will fire you because they don't like you. They listen to what people say, that you made a mistake. Instead of going and checking for themselves, they're listening to what coworkers saying. And that's why I tell people all the time, quit posting all this stuff on Facebook. Every time you look on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, people posting when they go on vacation, when they get a house, when their children is doing really good in school. And you always got that one hater that's going back, using their cell phone and taking it to their supervisor and showing their supervisor what you post. And the next minute you know is you go from doing good to they riding your back until they fire you or you quit. So I tell people all the time, be careful what you post on these social media platforms. I see it all the time. It's people in my family posting everything, they business. If they go to the store, they got to post that. Nobody need to know all of that. Everything should be secret, just between God and you. And that's it. Because people have lost their job. I saw that. People have lost their jobs just for posting. They got a brand new house. They remodeled their house. They put all the information on Facebook, and they got new furniture, and they lost their jobs. And when you get fired, they try to make it hard for you to get another job. You know, they'll lie, and people, it takes years and years for people to find a job. I'm telling y'all, have multiple streams of income. I'm telling you this. A lot of people were not going to tell you this. When I grew up, there was no entrepreneur. I saw entrepreneur, you know, what my parents was doing, but I didn't know it was entrepreneurs. It was mainly a side hustle, side gig opportunity. But I did in my family. Some of my people, my uncles, they had restaurant business, but it was not pushed to me to start a business, have multiple streams of income, until I got older. And my pastor was talking about having multiple streams of income. And he took us to Ecclesiastes 11:2, and I read it for myself. And I said, yeah, it says that you need to have multiple streams of income. Why are you going to depend on one thing? When you drive a car, do it have one tire? It has 4 tires plus a spare. If you're driving on the freeway and you're not hoping to have a flat, but if you do, there's a spare tire to put on your car and take you to your destination. Same thing about a cell phone. Everybody has a cell phone. Everybody watch videos. Everybody's talking on a cell phone. The conversation could be good, and it's getting ready to die out. What do? You run to your purse or whatever you keep your charger at, and you charge your phone up. That's a backup plan. We need to have that in our life. But a lot of people, we are so complacent. We're so scared to get out of our comfort zone. We always think about what would happen instead of what could happen. You got to stop being like that, because being double-minded is not going to get you that far in life. Your competitors are moving from A to Z. You know why? It's because they're not scared to get out of their comfort zone. Even though that they fall short, they're going to figure it out. Everybody wants that perfect. Before I start a business, it's got to be perfect. Before I start a YouTube channel, it's got to be perfect. You got to learn as you go, because if everything is going to be perfect, 10 years is going to be passed by and you still haven't reached your goals and your dreams in life. You got to keep pushing, y'all. You're going to find your job, but in order to get a job, you got to apply. You got to get your resume optimized and tailored to that job that you're desiring in your heart. You're going to have to put in the work. You cannot, a job, yes, when you walk in the favor of God, there's hiring manager will come up to you and say, hey, do you know somebody that's looking for a job? That have happened to me before. And I said, I'm looking for a job. They took my resume and they hired me on the spot. It can happen. But anything in life that's worth having, you're going to have to put in the work. You cannot take the elevators. You got to take the stairs. And it's very important to surround yourself around like-minded people that has the same goals and the same dreams that you have. When you're around people that's negative, don't want to do nothing with their life, all they do is complain, whine, complain, and putting you down, you'll never go nowhere. And sometimes it can be your parents, sometimes it can be your sister, your brother, your family members, people you don't know. You got to learn to love them in distance. When God is taking you higher, everybody can't go with you. But the problem that most of us have, we want to stop by mama house, put her on the boat, stop by sister house, put her on the boat, stop by everybody. And when it's time to go to your destination, you got so many people on the boat that you cannot go where God is leading you and telling you what to do. When you don't do what God tell you to do, he's going to whisper that same idea in somebody else's eye and mind, and they're going to go and they're going to take off. And you're going to be like, I wish I had did it. How many times have y'all looked on TV and you had this ideal and somebody else came up with the same ideal similar to you, but you didn't take action? You got to take action. Faith without works is dead. We can pray all we want to, which is great, but you got to take action. You got to get out of your comfort zone. You got to stop worrying about what people are doing and focus on you. Stop worrying about who's to your left, to your right. Focus on you. Run your race with class. Don't worry about who coming first, who coming last. You got to worry about yourself. What matters is you didn't quit. That's the goal. Is you can't disqualify yourself before you apply for jobs or anything in life. You got to speak life over yourself, because the power of the tongue determines life and death. When you say something negative, it can eventually come to fruition. If you keep saying you sick, eventually you will get sick. But you have to have that mindset where you speak life over yourself, because the power of the tongue determines life and death. I'm out here encouraging you. You got to get out there and apply for jobs. You can't be a procrastinator. You got to be a doer. You got to stop talking about it and be about it. And you got to stop being on the sideline and get in the game and apply for these jobs. You got to believe in yourself. God will provide. He's there for you. I know when I moved up here where I'm at, years ago, you call on people. They line was busy. People didn't want to talk to you because they thought that you were going to ask for money. But I realized that, hey, God is the only friend that you have. That's the only friend that you need. God will bring the right people to your life to uplift you and encourage you. He's going to bless you on the right job, have a supervisor that's going to be there for you and uplift you. But you got to trust the process. You got to believe. You got to take action today. Too many people is sitting on the sideline and scared to move and go into the game and apply for the job. If you don't go into the game and apply, how you going to get your practice? How you going to get your experience? You got to get out there and make it happen today. You got this. Many blessings to each and every one of y'all. And I've been praying for you. Thank you so much for watching. And I'll see you in the next video. Have a great weekend. But again, get out here and apply for these jobs and make it happen. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye.